Since I often get asked where to find the type of jewelry that will feature the unique gemstones and different designs that I featured on the channel, I thought I would feature 4 amazing designers today. And they're all bringing a very specific point of view with very unique details to their work. Here are 4 female jewelry designers that you may not have heard of before, but you should definitely know now. First up is Maggi Simpkins. She was born and raised in Portland, but is now based out of Los Angeles and was nominated for a CFDA Jewelry Award last year. Maggi works on one-of-a-kind pieces that are highly artistic, and she also works on engagement rings, and all of her pieces are very much inspired by family heirlooms and the generational stories that are attached to those pieces that stay maybe in your family for a long time. A gorgeous example of this are her crown locket pendants, which can of course feature the photograph of your choice. They are custom and made to order and can feature a halo of beautiful gemstones. This one of course has gorgeous diamonds, and she does do a custom sapphire portrait slice on top, which of course is very protective and much less prone to scratching or breaking than glass. Maggi has also worked on some really cool collaborations, including some amazing custom Bose headphones. These ones she did with Billboard and Bose for the 2025 Women in Music Awards. She also completed 3 really cool pieces in collaboration with Sotheby's in the exhibit Brilliant and Black Age of Enlightenment in 2022. The first one here is an amazing Maltese cross that features aquamarine, blue sapphires, Australian South Sea pearls, white opals. It's totally gorgeous and such a modern and interesting interpretation of such a classic piece. And then we have this absolutely stunning ring, which went on to become a bit of a signature design with her, with this kind of headdress design. She's also done other rings with this kind of peacock look. And this one is inspired by a flower in full bloom. It was valued at over $1 million as it features an absolutely amazing internally flawless pink diamond. Next up is Kelty Pelechytik, and she's a Canadian designer who has such an interesting process because she almost always starts with the stone first and works the design in order to show off that stone in its absolute best light. So if you're someone who is definitely looking for that super unique gemstone or diamond and you really want to show that off, she is definitely the designer for you. Kelty has such an interesting background. She's worked in art galleries and fashion editorial and even carpentry in lots of places around the world. And I think all of these things have really come together to help her have that really true appreciation for historical objects. Kelty works with very hard to find antique stones, some stones that I have never even seen before, and she sources them all herself with highly specialized dealers that she's built trustworthy relationships with, and she also sources them from auctions and other trade shows. This ring is a perfect example. It features 9 table cuts, which I have to tell you is truly amazing. A table cut is one of the first ever diamond cuts that was invented in the 1400s. So to have this many in one piece and to have them so well matched and just beautifully designed here is absolutely stunning. This ring is set in 18 karat yellow gold, and Kelty also makes the pieces by hand and using the lost wax method, which is a very old style of goldsmithing. This is another beautiful example. It features an antique light pinkish brown diamond, and it's set in a gorgeous blackened gold setting, which really helps to set off the color of that beautiful stone. Ming Lampson was born in Hong Kong but is now based in London, where she has her studio in Notting Hill, and she mostly works on custom pieces for clients. Ming has such a technical background. She has worked in goldsmithing and diamond grading. She has a gemology background. She's worked in many places around the world, including Sri Lanka and Jaipur. And I feel like this very worldly point of view can be seen in her pieces, especially with color study. I absolutely love the way she plays with different textures and shapes and colors, the way that they're all combined together to really give you a very unique sense of design. Her wonderful use of color and kind of whimsical design sense can really be seen in these earrings, for example. These daisy chain earrings feature amazing mini turquoise cabochons with over 5 carats of purple amethyst, which is further set off by the halo of blue sapphire. I just love this combination of colors. I think it's so chic and interesting. Another example are these drop earrings from her Oriental Garden collection, which came out in 2017, and they also feature beautiful turquoise with an amazing ombre of Savorite green garnet, which kind of fades into these blue sapphires. They're also articulated, so you get a beautiful sense of movement when you're wearing them on your ear. Ming also has amazing relationships in the industry, and she's sourcing all of her gemstones herself as well. So this is someone you can definitely work with to create a very special one-of-a-kind piece, and she's really going to push the boundaries as far as what you're looking for. Last but definitely not least is Nadine Ghosn. She is a Brazilian Lebanese designer who has worked kind of all over the world. She doesn't have an official studio, but works a lot out of New York and London and Singapore. And she has definitely started to gain a much stronger following in the last year or two. She's made some celebrity pieces that have been seen on Beyonce and Pharrell and Drake. I did cover some of the pieces that she's made for Drake, including an amazing pair of earrings for his 30th birthday. So if you're interested in the details on that, definitely check it out. Nadine has an amazing point of view when it comes to jewelry. She is all about taking kind of everyday objects, especially things maybe from our childhood that have very happy and nostalgic memories, and really bringing them into a luxury modern sense by showing them off in their true beauty with the amazing gemstones and other materials that she uses. A perfect example are her pencil or crayon bangles. The crayon bangles are in collaboration with Crayola, and she crafts them in 18 karat yellow, rose, or white gold. You can customize the name that you want on the crayon, and the tips are made out of various gemstones. They're not just enamel. She's making them out of rose quartz or turquoise or coral and other hard stone. Nadine produces most of her pieces in Italy, and another great example that you may have seen before is her trademark cheeseburger ring. This was one of her first pieces that she ever did when she launched her collection around 9 years ago, and she said she was inspired by eating a McDonald's Big Mac because it was something that she always was able to have as a treat when she was a young girl, and this is something that brings very happy and nostalgic memories, and it's something that really everyone enjoys. The ring is really cool because it's super versatile. It's actually 6 different rings that are stacked on top of each other, all using very fine gemstones like tsavorite garnets and rubies and diamonds. Of course, you can layer them differently if you want to create different looks. She's also worked with many other everyday types of objects, including paper clips and Lego blocks, and as I mentioned, a lot of celebrities have been spotted in her pieces, including Beyonce, who actually discovered her pieces herself when shopping at Colette, which was a very well-known design store in Paris. Unfortunately, is now closed, and her pieces have also been seen on tennis star Coco Gauff. Thank you so much for watching. As I mentioned, all of the links to these designers and their pieces can be found below. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments, and be sure to follow us on Instagram at Winston Gems and Jewelry.